Alrighty.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Alrighty.
All right, PICK-3 at a glance family. Okay, you two got some new stuff going on here. Something else hit. Let me see. Okay, what we got here? I'll bring this up. Bring that up. Okay. All right, welcome PICK-3 at a glance family. How's everybody today? And new subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Mo Money Terry from St. Louis, Missouri, but I'm over in Illinois right now because I had eye surgery, and I'm healing over here with my daughter. And so I'm in East St. Louis, tracking East St. Louis numbers. And yesterday, I'm tracking evening and using Illinois as a template. But my strategy works for all states because I track all 1,000 numbers. And with PICK-3 at a glance, I take 22 numbers, do the 111 rundown on those 22 numbers. And that allows me to be able to track all 1,000 numbers with a glance with 22 little columns. It's simple and easy to use. I can teach anybody how to use it in 30 minutes, how to use the strategy and build a skill set. Now, the thing is that you have to track your own numbers for your own state. And that's why I say with a home and no tic-tac-toes, no date sums, no grids, no flips, no multiple different rundowns that you have to use because you're tracking all 1,000 numbers at a glance. Simple and easy to use. And once you get acclimated to tracking those numbers, you'll know what's going on with the numbers in your state. It's really simple. I needed a strategy where, alrighty, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. With PICK-3 at a glance and my channel, I love the chats, and but really what I do a Q&A at the end of all the lives because it makes it easier for me to focus on and not forget to mention anything important to help us get into the winner circle. So I do the chats at the end, the Q&A at the end. But if I have a lot of subscribers that pretty well know the strategy and how it works and everything, so they're very helpful if I can't get to a question. So what you can do is just email me anything that you want to know about PICK-3 at a glance. So it makes it easier. Now, yesterday, Illinois had triple sevens, and as you know, I don't play triples except for the end of the year. If no triple has failed all year, because you don't know when those triples are going to fall. And working with the law average, if they haven't failed all year, it increases your chance of really hitting the triples. So you don't want to just be playing them in the beginning of the year like that and trying to hit, because you don't know how often those triples are going to hit. And let me see here. So this here is strategy number 2. It's called tracking the pairs. So I'm going to start with it because I want everybody to be tracking their pairs. Start tracking your pairs pretty much, looking at them to see what's going on with them. Because what it is here, I made this triangle. You know, after I made strategy number 1, I made strategy number 2 because I didn't know where the pairs were out of the 1,000 numbers and how I would play them. And didn't have no way of knowing what pairs were left and what numbers or what pairs to play. And working with the law of average is imperative that you know what numbers are left so or have played so you'll know what numbers are left to play because you're building a bucket list of numbers that you're looking at playing that haven't failed. You don't want too much. I don't too much focus on a lot of what has failed until I see build a certain strategy or skill set with that. Okay, and knowing what's going on with the numbers throughout the year, and that's how I win. Okay, so what we're looking at here, this is called strategy number 2, and it's doing the pairs. So down here with it, when I went back all of 2023 to see what pairs haven't failed. Well, this right here is for 2024. These pairs here, and what I did, I went back to see what pairs didn't fall for 2024 yet. And what I do, I want to see out of this month, for this month of May, what pairs are left to play. And for some reason, there's quite a bit of pairs that haven't hit yet. And what's this, the 24th or 25th for the month? I mean, 25th. So what I wanted to do is see how many of these pairs will hit that are left, and what pairs don't hit, we carry over to the next month. Now, the triple sevens came in, so that's only one number. So what you would do, I see here that sevens didn't hit this month already once, and they hit again. I'm pretty sure it was 477 that came in. But at a glance, I know that sevens didn't hit. I know everything it is to know looking at this PICK-3 at strategy number 2 about pairs, just at a glance of what pairs have hit and what pairs haven't, and roll them over to the next month. So we want to see, I'm going to start with this sheet because we want to see how many of these pairs hit before this month is out. That's why I say there's no strategy out there going to tell you what numbers are coming the next day. There's nothing out the next couple of days. None of that. You have to track the actual 1,000 numbers and use the law average to your advantage to see how these numbers are rolling. And you have to, like I say, PPB. You have to be organized, patient, persistent, and stick with your budget. Don't overspend yourself because you don't want to run out your money for your numbers hit. Okay? You don't want to overspend. Stick with a budget, and it's going to be easy for you to start managing and sticking with a budget when you see how these numbers actually hit and not be guessing the numbers. All right. Now, that's strategy number 2, and I'll explain more about strategy number 2. But I just want us to see how many of these pairs hit for the month, so you can see what it takes to hit these numbers. Okay. And this is the master sheet that I came up with. It's 4 strategies. All right, 4 strategies on this master sheet. All right. Right here, I took 12 other numbers that I call base numbers on top here. 12 of the 1,000 numbers, and I did a 1-1 rundown on them that I'm going to show you in here in a minute. That's strategy number 1 for the singles. And the doubles. I'm kind of going through the sheet a little bit to give you so when I'm talking, you get an idea where I'm going and where I'm headed. These are the doubles. It's only 10 of those numbers that I did the 111 rundown on. If you don't understand what the 111 rundown is, I'll be going through that in a minute for you. All right. I did 10 of those. So that's what makes up the 22 numbers to get you all 1,000 numbers and a possible combination for you to look at. All right. Um, to look at. Okay, yeah, you circle when the pairs come in. But like I said, I said loose cannon. I'm kind of going to do if you're available, I'm going to do a Q&A at the end so I don't lose track and lose focus with what I'm talking about. So at the end, I will definitely do a Q&A to answer any questions. But a lot of the questions probably going to be answered through the live. But like I say, I have other subscribers on here that might can answer it for you and give you a factual answer. Okay, but you can also hold on to the live and I'll answer that for you in more detail. But okay, this is 22 here. All right. So we had triple sevens to come in. So you do a 1-1 rundown on those triple sevens. And that's the only rundown that you have to use with the PICK-3 at a glance strategy. And so you'll know what this 1-1-1 rundown going to give you here. You're going to do 1-1-1 over the winning number that came in. You're going to add 1 over the winning number that came in. The winning number for Illinois' evening draw was triple sevens. And as you know, I don't play triples. I don't invest in triples because they're too hard to hit. You're welcome, Loose Can. They're too hard to hit. You're only going to get 3 of them out a year. The way I do triples is don't no triple fall all year during November and December, pretty much. Because by that time, I got enough data to know exactly pretty much what triple I'm going to play to win instead of having to play all 10 triples and burn your money up because you're just guessing on what triple might come in. But by the law average, 3 triples come out a year, possibly, and that varies. Okay, so that's why I don't do triples all year. But triple sevens did come out last night, evening draw. So I add 1 to the 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you get 0. 1 to 0, you get 1. 1 to 2. 1 to 1, you get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you get 4. 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. And then 1 to 6, you get 7. Same number at the you got at the top, you get at the bottom. All right. That's why I use the 1-1 rundown because it's simple and easy to use. So you're gonna count straight down. You're gonna go 1 to 7. You're gonna get to 8, 9. You're gonna get to 0 because in lottery math you don't carry. You just use single digits. So you don't use the 1 on the left hand side. You just use a 0. Then you add 1 to 0, you get 1. 1 to 1, you get 2 again, and you just count straight down. That's why I use this because it's really simple and easy to understand and easy to teach. Same thing here. You're going to do 7 to the 1 to the 7, you're getting 8, and you just count straight down. So you realize that you're getting all triples, right? That's easy and simple. You're getting all triples. Makes sense. Now, when you do the 1-1 rundown on my master sheet, when you do the 1-1 rundown, my base number will always be in the rundown on any winning number that you play. That comes in, I'm sorry. That comes in for that day, the rundown. And out of those 22 numbers, like I said, I call them the base numbers. They're the base numbers that I came up with to make strategy number 1. And with those 22 numbers, when you do the rundown, you'll automatically know what those base numbers are. You'll know what they are when you see them. So like here, the base number for the triples is triple zeros that I put on the sheet. See here? That's your base number. So if you go to column 6 on the doubles, And the triple zeros, the triple seven is going to be in that rundown. And I'll show you that in a minute. Okay? So you got the 22 base numbers. You're going to go to triple zeros, which is column 6, which is easy to do. You'll find the triple sevens. Okay, now let me go back to the sheet here. That's why this strategy was easy to do, because everything's in numerical order on the sheet. So we go to column 6 here. You find the triple zeros, and right down you find the triple sevens, and you circle it. That lets you know, but those triple sevens fail for the month. Okay, and here I've been looking at the column 6 and column 5, because these two to me were hot, but I don't do triples. I want to be aware of what's going on with the triples, but I don't do them. I want to know if they fail and when they fail, because all I have to do is go back to my sheet and see when they fail at a glance. Now here, I'm really looking at column 5, because these are false triples. See how this 772 is the false triple sevens at a glance. See, you don't have to do a lot of tic-tac-toe, date sums, and grids or nothing. All you got to do is look and strategize and build a skill set. So these two columns were the hottest columns, but those are not the numbers that I'm playing right now. I only play when I hit and reinvest in the numbers that I track and know what's going on with them. You have to know before you go to play your numbers. You need to know what's going on with your numbers before you play them. I don't play no numbers just to play them. Every number I play, I got a reason for playing. So see, so column 5, now this column I will definitely play tonight, because the only number that's came off this column since January 1st of this month evenings is the 661. So what's that? January, February, March, April, and now May. And we at the end of May now, and nothing's fell off this column. You can't get no hotter. That's how you build a skill set. That's how you strategize. Watching what's going on with the columns. And you see a column can take 5 months for a hit. That lets you know you can't be playing all these different numbers and jumping on off these numbers trying to hit. Okay? You have to see what's going on with the numbers. And PICK-3 at a glance is the only one that allows you to do that at a glance. That's why I came up with it. So I'm definitely playing this column. Illinois, if you with me and you looking, I'm going to be playing this column. I'm adding that to my bucket list of numbers to play. 50-cent box. Column 5. So we already know it's been 5 months with this almost. So we're going to see how long it takes for this column to hit. That lets you know what's going on with the numbers. So if they tripping with y'all with these numbers, you'll know. Now, 5 months is almost about as long as I see a column not hit. It could take, you're only getting a third of the numbers. It could take a year. But whatever it takes, you're aware. You know before you go to play what's going on with the actual 1,000 numbers in your state. All state numbers rotate different. Nobody's state gonna roll the same. Midday's not gonna roll like evening. Evening not gonna rotate midday. Texas got 4 draws. Ain't none of them draws rolling alike. Only way you're gonna be able to hit them PICK-3s is to be able to do something like this with the total 1,000 numbers and strategize and build a skill set and know what you're doing while you're playing your numbers. Only way. That's the only way it worked for me. I've been doing this for 30 years. Only way it works for me. And I've won bigger than I've ever won using this strategy. And I got people winning and sending me information knowing since they've been tracking, saying they never tracked before, but now since they've started tracking, they winning. Okay? Testimonials. So, I'm telling you, this is my next column I'm looking at playing. 50-cent box. Or here, I would play it straight box if I want to put $10 on it. But this column 5, the 005, the 116, the 227, 338-449-550-661, the 772, the 883, and 994. They call these false triples. See how easy that is, y'all? No guesswork. No guesswork. All right. So now let's go back to this here. I'm gonna go back to the triples and explain. This gives me a good opportunity to explain what I mean by the law of average and why you should know about it and use it to your advantage to get in the winner's circle. I'm pretty sure people, well, maybe everybody might not know what the law of average. A law of average is the average of anything. If a certain thing happens, there's an average to everything. PICK-3 has an average. Law of average, let's say you take these numbers, all these triples, and you play them every day of the year, and that's 10 of them. The most you're going to get on average every year is 3 of these numbers to come exact. I use triples right now because that means for them to come exact, just like they are. That's the only way triples can come is exact. That's why they pay jackpot. That's why people play them all the time, thinking it's easier to hit, but they're the worst thing to play. Next is the doubles, and singles are better because they come 6 different ways. Triples only come one way. You can only catch them one way. Now doubles and singles, you can catch the singles 6 different ways, and the doubles you can catch only 3 different ways. And straights you can only catch this. And so in the first year, you might just get, let's say, the 7, the 8, and the triple nines for the first year. Then that's an average. Then the next year you might get the zeros, the 1, the zeros, the 1, and the 2s. Only 3 you're gonna get out of the year. And next year you might get the 4s, the 5, and 6s, if you get any. See what I'm saying? That's the law of average. And that's all you're going to get on any 10 numbers that you playing. And if you were to play them exact for the whole year, all you're going to get on average for them to come exact is like 3 out of the whole year. 3. Now here, reason being, okay, you got 1,000 numbers. You got 1,000 numbers. You only got 365 days in a year. That's only 30% of those 1,000 numbers that you're going to get all year, every year. And you only get 1 in 1,000 odds. The numbers are random. There's no rhyme or reason to these numbers, or how they're going to fall, how they're going to drop, and when they're going to drop. No rhyme or reason. So there's no strategy that's going to give you a rhyme or reason to know what number is coming the next day. None. Zero. So you have to play realistically, and the only way you can play realistically is to know what's going on with the 1,000 numbers. It's the only way. There ain't no other way. That puts the ball in your court. So that's why you can only get 3 out of 10, because 3 numbers out of 10 is 30%. And PICK-3 is the only one you can do that on. That's why I specialize in PICK-3, because it's trackable, teachable, and doable. PICK-3 is the only one you can do this on. There's no other strategy you can do that on. You can't do it on PICK-4. That's 1 in 10,000 odds, PICK-4. PICK-5 is 1 in 100,000 odds. There's no strategy unless you got a computer or something that you done made that can do it for you. And I wouldn't do it then, because it's 1 in 10,000 odds. It's strictly luck. And anybody tell you anything different, they lying to you. And if they winning with something without being able to track all 1,000 is luck, and luck runs out. There's a strategy skill set you can build. I know that only I'm going to get 3 numbers out of a year here, or 3 numbers out of a year here, or 3 numbers out of a year here. I hope everybody getting that. Okay, so you're only going to get 30% every year on average. 3 numbers, exact. That's all you're getting. That's why it's important for you to, that allows you to build a strategy and a skill set. And OPPB, Be organized, be patient, be persistent. Stick with your budget. Don't jump on and off your numbers once you build your skill set and build your numbers that you plan to play. And when you hit, you want to reinvest in the numbers as you've been tracking to know why you playing those numbers. Okay? So that's the law average right there. I'm trying to break it down for you can see that. You need to know that. Now, okay, so what we have, again, I marked it off. We found the triple zeros and we went down and we circled the triple sevens. All right? So now we're going to go to strategy number 2, which is the pairs, which I did earlier. On this one sheet, I got the the singles, the pairs, and the single digits on this sheet here. So you can all at a glance on one sheet. You got 90% of what you need to know. Okay, so like I said before, we had the double sevens to come in. You're going to do that. You're going to mark the double sevens off. And then you're going to do, because there's only one pair, single number, and it's a double. So you're just going to mark that off. It's already played once. I think it was 477. And now the triple sevens came out. So I know double sevens and hit twice on that. So let's say a double come out. What if this had been like this 448? By having two single numbers, you're gonna do the double fours and the 48. You'll circle it. Then, like if you got three separate numbers, you're gonna have three pairs, whatever those three single numbers are, and that, like say it's 1, 2, 3. You're going to mark off the 12, I'm sorry, the 12 that shows that it hasn't came in all month. The 13 hasn't came in all month, but I'm just showing you an example. But the 23 has came in, okay? And if you get a triple, like instead of triple sevens, triple twos, it'd be the triple sevens. Here, I just marked off the double sevens like I did before to let me know that pair on doubles came in. Pretty simple strategy. If you can make this triangle out, screenshot it, and just randomly, because look, when I made this, I didn't even know how to use it. I'm telling y'all, like I say, this is like an out-of-body experience when I put these numbers together, made this sheet work. It was. When I did all this, I just played with it to make it work. And it worked. But make up some numbers, 3 numbers, and see if you can just do the pairs of them. That's what I had to do, because I didn't know how I was going to remember when triples failed what I was going to do. I said, well, I ain't got no way to really figure out triples. I said, oh, just mark off since there's only one digit, just mark off that double pair. That way you'll know that a triple or a double did fall that month. Okay? Plus, I had a calendar that I kept handy that I could refer back to looking at stuff. The triples are fairly simple to explain. Now, here, strategy. And the way I did this is I used it to win big. One of my bigger winnings were 38. Whatever pair at the end of the month, like I showed you on the other sheet, I carry those pairs over to the next month. All right? I carry them over from month to month. And whatever pairs don't play, I had a 38 pair didn't fall for 120 days. That's what I'm talking about. So as I'm playing and as I win, I invested in that 38 pair. And I did a wheel on it. And I'll show you what a wheel here is on the numbers. How you can wheel it to win. Right here. This is what I call wheeling a pair. And it's pair numbers. Wheeling a pair. but 38 hadn't failed for 120 days. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the numbers that haven't played. I call them cold hot numbers. They hot to be. See, time is on your side if you're watching the actual numbers and knowing what's going on with them. So that 38, 381, I'll will it down. 381, 382, 383, 384, 385, 386, 387, 388, and 389. So if you don't know exactly which one you want to play too much, I usually will play the whole column 50-cent box when I pick it up and I've won. But here, by tracking, I realized, and we'll talk about front pairs and back pairs and things like that, I realized that the 38 hadn't failed, and I realized that the 38 on the front hadn't failed pair, and the 30 and the 85 on the back pair hadn't failed. Out of that 120 days, back hadn't failed. So I loaded up on this 385 because with working with the law average, I knew that had to be a place to put my bet on, along with these. And I hit heavy on here, 385. That's what you're looking for. You can strategize. You can build a skill set working with the actual 1,000 numbers. And that's how you do a wheel. Okay. Now, strategy number 2. You see where the sevens, when they talk about a single code number, my problem was with the single code digit numbers. They say, well, a single number its code ain't played in so many days. But my problem was, well, it ain't played in so many days. Where am I gonna play it at, and how am I know how to play it? Because it ain't played don't mean I know what to do with it. So what I did, I said so I'll know how to play any code number. I did 3 columns from 0 to 9. I did 1, 2, 3 from 0 to 9. So I said whenever a winning number come in, I'm going to mark off where they played. Like the 777s that came in, I'll mark off the 7s here. Oops. I'll mark off the 7s here, and in the front, 7s in the middle, and 7s on the end. Okay? Now, these 7s have been pretty active, but that wouldn't make me play 777s. I don't play 777s. I wouldn't have played 777s. I just don't play them. I use the law average to my advantage. And that's if there ain't no triple fail all year. And I'll show you how I did that, how I do that. So, say number 1, 2, 3 come in. You mark off the 1 on the front, 2 in the middle, and you mark off the 3 on the end. Or whatever the number is, you mark off the front, the middle, and the end of that number. That way, whatever number you don't mark off on the front, the middle, or the end, you know where to play that number. Any number left that you don't mark off, you take over to the next month. Now, sometimes, very seldom, that all the numbers are marked off. You see what I'm saying? It's very seldom that all the numbers are marked off that you'd carry over. But it's good to know which ones are left so you'll know how to play. Like here, my birthday, 927. What I do with the 927? Okay. We're gonna get trolls. If they're on here, they need some love. I don't worry about them. Just ignore them. If they're bothering you, just block them out. I'm not really worried about trolls. They're just here to, I guess, call havoc, but don't worry about them. Because if they want to be serious, they'll probably be here to learn something. I'm not, so just don't pay them no attention. Or block them for you all. I like I say, I do my Q&A at the end with serious questions. So they need love. That's all I'm saying about it. They need love. They ain't got nothing else to do but come to my channel. So That's all I can say. Um, I won't respond to them. Okay, now um, triple twos. I mean, my birthday is 927, and let's say that the nine don't fall. I don't mark it off on the back end, and I carry it over. I'm definitely gonna play my birthday at 729. All right, and I'm gonna play it as 279. Other six ways that it could come, placing that nine on the back, and that's how I started winning better. Because when I played, I always knew what number hadn't played the previous day. Now, see here, like I'm looking for something like here. Let's say by the end of this month, no threes hit on the front. I'm aware of that. That's how you strategize. Because if I go into the next month and I'm playing, say, 383, I'm definitely going to play it as 338 because I already know that 3-3 ain't fell on the front. If I go into the next month, into June with the double threes on the front not hitting, because by the law average, one of them two got to hit. They got to hit, unless they cheating. And that's the only way I can. That unless they cheating. That's all I can say. Okay, so how I won big here is in Missouri. 1 year, sevens hadn't failed for with any number for a whole month. Sevens hadn't hit for a whole month. Okay. So I thought I was tripping because I went back knowing I had to miss a seven somewhere. I never seen a seven not hit for a whole month. But I was almost to the end of the following month and no sevens. I said, wait a minute. So what I did, I played triple sevens. That's when I played triples because I knew why I was playing them. I played 7-7 front, 7-7 back. I did the wheel on the double sevens, and I loaded up on triple sevens. They just had to fall 7-7, and I stuck with them until the sevens came. That's how you build a skill set. That's how you strategize with PICK-3 at a glance. I don't do nothing but play PICK-3, period. That's all I specialize in. Okay, now we're going to go to front pair, back pair. And I'll show you how I apply that to how I win triples. I've won every triple that I played. That's all I can tell you. Because I only play them when I use that strategy. I don't play triples all year. And everybody in Missouri, I know they hot right now because sevens that came over here in Illinois. And last year, they playing sevens like crazy in Missouri. That's why I don't play them. That's why I'm playing. And no sevens. The only thing came up last year was triple zeros and triple twos midday, and triple zero was one time on evenings. That's why I say you got to work with the law average. You don't know what these numbers doing if you ain't tracking. And I don't tell people what to play and what not to play. I really don't. I tell them what I'm playing, and if they want to follow me, fine. But do your own tracking because you might see something I miss, or and you probably could. You really could, because we can track them all, but we definitely don't want to play them all. We can't play them all. Now here on this sheet, this is front pair and back pair. Front pair and back pair. Numbers. So like the triple sevens, what I would do is 7-7. The first time it fell on the front for the whole year. This is a yearly chart you're gonna keep. First time sevens fell on the front, at a glance, you know what's going on with the front, back, or any of those 1,000 numbers. And on the back, sevens fell. This is the third time. Because I circle it, I got to check and I'm finna nut check. On the back, automatically I know. Okay, now the way I look to play triples using this sheet, and like I say, the rest when you build a skill set, but mainly this sheet I use to see what's going on by the end of the year if no triples and fail. So if I, like last year, 2022, I realized that double eights didn't fall on the front I realized that double eights haven't fell on the front but once in January, and no eights have fell on the back for the whole year evening, all the way up to November and December. So what I did, or the front or back. So what I did, I made triple eights my number to play to win. And a lot of people won big in Missouri on that because I was doing it at that time, and I told everybody get on those eights. And I had one my subscribers. He followed me, and he said he was in the gas station pumping gas, and where he play his numbers at. And one of the guys came out and said, "Them daggone triple eights came in." And he said he stopped pumping gas and started doing the James Brown. And I know he did because I was doing James Brown too at home. Because them eights came right on in, just like I said. But I had other sources that I knew it had to be the eights would fall because they hadn't fallen on the front pair and back pair. You're not going to get that with a tic-tac-toe, a date sum, a grid, none of that. You got to look at these numbers and see what's going on. The single number, the front pair, back pair, single pair, and single digits. And I got a guy in North Carolina been hitting them up real good. Now I can send these sheets out. I can send them out in PDF to you. Email me. I can send these sheets out for a small minimum fee. We can discuss that. It ain't nothing that's gonna break you no more than you plan, but it's gonna be worth your while. And you can follow me, and you can make copies of the sheet, but don't make no book because we're gonna have issues if you try to do something like that with my strategy. Okay. Here we go. Zero. These are the 12 numbers I'm going to read out here. Base numbers. 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, column 2, 0, 1, 3, column 3, 0, 1, 4, column 4, 0, 1, 5, column 5, 0, 1, 6, column 6, 0, 1, 7, column 7, 0, 1, 8, column 8, 0, 2, 4, column 9, 0, 2, 5, column 10, 0, 2, 6, column 11, 0, 2, 7, and column 12, 0, 3, 7. These 12 numbers and these 12 columns, you do the 1-1 rundown on them, gives you 700 in those 20,000 numbers you can look at a glance to track and know what's going on with them. With this here, you're going to do every month. You're going to circle off the numbers that have played each month. Okay? And that way, you'll always know what column is due and what numbers are due off that column. So when you go to play numbers and find numbers you want to play, you're going to look at the columns. Each one of these columns represent 60 numbers because each one of the singles can come 6 different ways. That's how you play. At a glance, you're looking at 60 numbers. If you got a column here like column 8 ain't failed in 3 or 4 months and you win and you ain't got to find a whole bunch of numbers, you know, in the law average, like I said, like the column 5 with the 005, that's my column. I'm playing that tonight for sure. Ain't failed in 5 months. That's where I'm going to put my numbers off. When I hit, then I'll take and invest in my other numbers that I build a bucket list with. That's how you do this. That's how it works. That's how you can track 12 columns. So what he did, he just did exactly what I got here, and he did the 1-1 rundown on these numbers and start tracking, and he's been winning. He can't believe. And he said he just started, first time he ever started tracking the numbers, and he's winning in North Carolina. And I put up some of his tickets that he won too. So, you know, and I get a lot of this, so it doesn't surprise me, really. I mean, how can you go wrong tracking the actual 1,000 numbers without a tic-tac-toe, a date sum, a grid, a flip, and all the other things that they've been using out here? Because I couldn't get it, so I had to start my own system. Okay, now, I'm going to give you the doubles. I'm going to call the doubles off. And it's only 10 of those. And these doubles can come 6 different ways. No, sorry, doubles come 3 different ways. All right? And here they are. Column 1, you got the 001, column 2, 002, column 3, 003, column 4, 004, column 5, 005. That's my main column tonight. I'm playing for Illinois' evening draw, and column 6, triple zero. And then column 7, 011. You see how these right underneath, organized, neat. Uh, column 8, 002, column 9, 003, column 10, 004. Underneath, you got the 004 here, and then you got the, I'm sorry, did I say 004 on column 10? It should have been 044. You got them neat underneath. See, everything's neat and in order. At a glance, you'll see what's going on with all those. And here you got 270 doubles at a glance. You're looking at off of these 9 little columns, but the triples, they only can come one way. Because here you got the doubles, which is 9 times 30, and they can come 3 different ways, is 270. Then the singles, you got 12, they can come 6 different ways. On 12 columns, that's 60 numbers, is 720. That gives you 990. Let me make sure I move this up. That gives you 990 numbers, plus the triples is 10. That gives you your 1,000 numbers. 1 in 1,000 odds. That ain't going to change, people. Every day, that's what you up against. And you're only working with a 30% of those numbers for the whole year. And you have to use the law of average to your advantage to see what's going on with the actual 1,000 numbers. To know before you go to play your numbers. And don't play no numbers unless you know why you're playing them. I mean, it can't be no simpler than that. And the law of average is a small percentage, but it's a percentage that you can use tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Like I said, you can't do that with the PICK-4s and the PICK-5s. And you just can't do it, 10,000 numbers and 100,000. But you can do this on paper at a glance. You can do this on paper. And there's an app. There's an app. Let me mention this before I go on there. While I got it on my mind. But I do like this sheet here. I do one every month. Now I'll do one for May. I did this one for May. June. I'll do one for June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And tracking the numbers. So I know what happened each month. Now, since this is around the middle of the year, like this is May going into June, I get an annual sheet to compile the numbers for the month for January, February, March, April, and May to see an annual sheet so I can look at each column to see how they fell annually. Okay, and by looking at that, whatever numbers for half of the year that haven't failed, I start highlighting them now onto the June sheet. So at a glance, I already know what numbers to fail for the whole year. Whatever numbers are left that haven't failed, I start highlighting them for the rest of the year. Because I do one every month. So, because only way you're going to know what columns ain't hit is you do one every month. Only way you're going to know that column 8 ain't hit for 3 months is that you're tracking separately each month. You don't want to do one sheet for the whole year. You have to do them separately. So when a column don't hit, you'll know what column ain't hit. You'll know what numbers ain't hit on the columns. It's simple. Once you start doing it, you'll see it's how easy. Some people doing it in the computer. Some I mailed out sheets and not mailed out sheets, but I really don't want to get into mailing. I PDF them sheets, and then you can go to any if you go to any office supply place, and if I send it to your email, and they'll make print them out for you. I love technology today. I really do. It makes life a whole lot simpler than when I started this. Okay. I hope I ain't skipping all over the place too much on you guys right now. Try to not forget anything. Now, here, let me see. There's an app to help you do the 111 rundown. I usually show this on every uh, video. Come on. 85. No, that didn't come that time. There's an app. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. My phone want to give me problems here. There's an app here that does the 111 rundown for you. It's called the Blind Squirrel app. All right. That Blind Squirrel app, you can download it into your phone or email me. I'll send you a link to it. Some people are having problems finding it. You can put it on your Android or your iPhone. Download it. You're going to hit the lime color app. It's going to be a lime color, I guess. I ain't did it in downloaded in years. It should open up. Okay. Now, with the app here, we already know what it's going to be. You're going to enter the winning number that came in for your day, that day, the previous day. And we know it was the 777s. So you're going to do 777. You're going to do the 111 rundown on it. And with that 111 rundown, you're going to get all the triples quite naturally like we did. You're going to hit the 111 rundown. And like I said, you're going to know that the triple zeros is the base number. Triple zeros is the base number. And you're going to go to column 6 where the triple zeros are. And when you go down, you just mark off the 7s. That's the same way you're going to do with any winning number that comes in. You're going to put the winning number in, okay? You're going to do the 111 rundown. And you're going to go to find the base number. And on that base number, you're going to go down and find your winning number. And it's kind of hard with the 777s to kind of tell, to do that on a triple. But let me just do it on a single number and show it to you more in detail. Let's say I'm gonna clear this. I'm gonna do a single that comes. Let's do an 876. That was the, let's say the 876 is the winning number. 876. Now when I do the 111 rundown on here, I'm going to look for the base number. Okay, I'm going to do the 111 rundown. And like I said, when you do the 111 rundown, the base number will always be in that rundown on any winning number. So here, I'm looking for the base number, and I automatically know from doing it over time that this 210 or 210 is the base number of the 22 numbers. So what I would go do is go to column 1, and it's going to show as 012. Go down column 1 of the 012, and I'll find this 876. It might not be in that same form because any way you change this number, it's going to change the 012. So here is column 1 on the master sheet. Let's go to column 1 on the master sheet. And here it is, the 012. You find it, and you go down and find the 678. There it is. And you would circle it or mark it off. That's how you do all the columns. At a glance, you'll see what's going on with 720 of those numbers off of these 22 columns. Okay. Now, all right. you'll always find the base number. And the only way you won't find, you might not find the base number if the actual base number itself came in. Like the 012, and say you go and you say the 012 come in, that's something to look out for, because I had a subscriber call me about it, and I didn't realize it because it's the first time I ever got a call on it. Let me clear it out. Say the actual number came in, the base number is 012, or it could come 210 or 201. If the base number comes in itself, let's do it as 012, because it's the base number itself, and you do the 1-1 rundown on it, it quite naturally is not going to be down here. It's not going to be down there. All right? Okay. Like that. So, and so what you would do is go to column 1 and just circle or mark off the 012, so you can keep track. PICK-3 Pro. PICK-3 Pro. Name of the app. PICK-3 Pro. Okay. Now, if you're a beginner and you're on here, you need to know about flips and mirrors. That's the only thing you need to know about if you're following me. And the reason why I explain those is because so many people don't understand what they are. And like I didn't. And when I started my channel, I didn't. So I know I had some people confused, but I figured it out on my own because people were saying about the flips. And here they are here. Flip and mirrors, you'll find a lot of people, you're welcome. You'll find a lot of people that interchange flips and miracles. They don't understand what they are themselves that's got these channels. They'll call a flip a mirror and a mirror flip. And you need to understand what they're doing in order to follow them. And to follow me, all you have to do is understand what mirrors are, because I don't mess with flips. Because I can't teach them and I don't understand them. And I don't teach nothing I don't understand. And I can't explain to a 2-year-old. I like making my explaining. You're welcome. I like making my teaching easy and simple, y'all. I don't like nothing complicated. I really don't. I like everything goes smooth. Okay. Now, mirrors are +5. When you add +5 to 0 to 9 numbers, the single numbers 0 to 9. All right. And if you add and flips are when you add +3 to the 0 to 9 numbers. So 5 to 0 gives you 5. 5 to 1 gives you 6. 5 to 2 gives you 7. 5 to 3 gives you 8. 5 to 4 gives you 9. See how simple that is? Because you can imagine that if you took the 1,000 numbers, divide them in half, right? And do triple zeros, and say the top numbers are triple zeros to 499. And then the bottom numbers of the 1,000 is 500 to 999. That gives you your all 1,000 numbers. Okay? Because 0 is same as 5, 5 same as 0. 1 same as 6, 6 same as 1. 2 same as 7, 7 same as 2. 3 same as 8, 8 same as 3. 4 same as 9, 9 same as 4. Some people they'll call a mirror a sister number or an opposite number. Or I say same as number. But you'll get the picture that the mirror means a mirror when you see that a 0 is a 5 or 5 is 0. 1 is a 6, 6 is a 1, 2 is a 7, 7 is 2, 3 is an 8, 8 is a 3, 4 is a 9, 9 is same as 4. So if you played 0, 1, 2 and a lot of played 5, 6, 7, they just played the mirror number, the opposite number, sister number, or the number you were playing, or vice versa. Same here, 1, 2, 3, and you play 1, 2, 3, and they played 6, 7, 8, vice versa. Or you play 1, 2, 2, and they play 6, 7, 7, vice versa. Or you play triple zeros, they play triple fives, vice versa. Okay, that's what they do. And it's imperative that you understand that as far as mirrors using the pick 3 at a glance strategy, because it's very powerful to understand this. I'm just going to go through the flips. Flips are you add the plus 3. You add 3 to 0, you get 3. 3 to 1, you get 4. 3 to 2, you get 5. 3 to 3, you get 6. 3 to 4, you get 7. 3 to 5, you get 8. 3 to 6, you get 9. 3 to 7, you get 10, but you don't use the 1, you just use the 0 to have a single digit. 3 to 8, you get 11, you just use the 1 instead of the 1 on the left-hand side. And 3 to 9, you get 12. Now, this is why I say it's important that you know what they are, because when you do flips with a plus 3, 0, 1, 2 is 3, 4, 5. It's no longer 5, 6, 7. Or 1, 2, 3 is 4, 5, 6. It's no longer 6, 7, 8. Or 1, 2, 2 is 4, 5, 5. It's no longer 6, 7, 7 like a mirror. Or triple threes are no longer, or triple zeros or triple threes and no longer triple fives. Now, this here doesn't hold true. I don't understand it or how to use it or what the ideology is about it. Okay, and the ideology here is what makes it not hold true to me. Here, a 8 is same as a 1, 1 same as 8, and here 4 same as a 1, 1 same as 4. Now, if y'all want to get deeper into what that is, have that, but you won't need it with pick 3 at a glance. You won't need it with our strategy. Yeah. Okay. Now, here is the mirrors, and I'm going to show you how it works with pick 3 at a glance. You want to look at every one of these columns. All these 22 columns. They all mirror each other, which is powerful. At a glance, you know what number and its opposite played or didn't play. Or you know if both of them played. And how I use this to my advantage, if I got a column here, like column 8, that ain't played in 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days, the first thing I'm going to look at on that column is what number and its opposite didn't fall using the law average. So in column 8, if this 024 and 579 didn't fall, then them the two numbers I'm going to pick up to play when I win. Because by law average, one of those two going to come out during a given period of time, depending on how long you've been tracking and when you decide to pick them up. Or sometimes you can find a column that ain't failed for 4 months, and you might have the 024, the 135, and you might have the 579 and the 680 not fall. You want to play those 4 numbers. You always want to play the numbers in the opposite if they didn't fall, because the likelihood of one of those 4 coming in is great as the year goes on. Like I say, my best months are November, December, and January. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the numbers and the opposite didn't fall, because toward the end of the year, one of the two going to fall, working with the law average. And it's all right here at a glance for you to look at. Same way with the doubles. Same way with the doubles. Here. All these mirror each other. All these doubles mirror each other. It's like, say there's four, let's say column 4 here, 004 at a glance, 559, bam. I can see that. I'll either know that they both fail or neither one of them fail or one or the other fail at a glance. If I find out that neither one of these can fail, then I'm playing both of those. If I find out that this 044 or 004, this 559, this 044, and this mirror 599 ain't played, I'm playing all four of those. I ain't got to look at all those 270 doubles to know which ones to play. Those the ones I'm going to play working with the law average. I ain't got to look at all 270. I ain't got to look at all 720 of the numbers on them columns to know what I'm going to play when I win. And then when I win, I know where to reinvest at. You ain't going to see that with the tic-tac-toes. I don't care what they say, tic-tac-toes, they sum, grid flips, and those multiple different runs, because a lot of that is hindsight stuff. That's the way it is. A lot of it's hindsight. That's all I can tell you. Have I, or had I? Well, like I said, I didn't do a lot with a lot of that. I studied it and learned it, but after I came up with PICK-3 glance, I kind of just threw it away because I really didn't need it, because I was tracking all 1,000 numbers with my PICK-3 glance strategy. I really didn't need it, so I didn't go into it. I'm gonna give you a little bit on my budget. I stick with a budget, and these are the numbers I play. And when they hit, I don't. And it's my play money. I don't spend a lot of money. So if my numbers don't come in and I don't win, I ain't been out of shape. You know. Right. So here, this is my budget pretty much that I spend daily. That I'm counting them. Like I say, I'm gonna play that column 5 now because I can pick it up. I know where I'm going with that. That 005 on the doubles. Ain't played in 4 months now in East St. Louis. And it was only 2 that really had been out that long, was the triple and the false triples. So here's my budget here. My birthday is 927 because I know it didn't fall none last year, so I picked it up to play over here. Then I'm playing the 792 and the 297 because I know that 79 didn't fall on the front pair on the front, and I know 97 didn't fall on the back. But 79 did hit. It became 798. But I'm still only once this year, so I'm still playing the 792 and the 297. 50 cents straight, playing this straight box. And see where they played the 7. They mirrored my 7, but I ain't been out of shape. I'm playing it back off of column 5 anyway, so I ain't sweating that. I was playing 227 and 277 because they hadn't failed all last year. And I really don't, like I said, I really don't trip off triples because I only play triples around November, December. I start looking to see what triples I might want to play if I play any. So I don't trip off triples when they come. So right here, excuse me, that's $3 play. And like I say, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't chase women. So I got a little money spare. And pretty much everything I own is paid for. Everything. Everything. And then if like I was telling you about the extra, if I want to spend another $1 or so, I'll pick up this 7-9 front pair and this 9-7 back pair for 50 cents. And the reason I do that, because the front pair and back pairs, they're easier to hit. You got a better chance of hitting them than, all 3 numbers. So that's why I play the front pair and back pair. Or I might even, if I want to add, I might even play 7-9 front and 9-7 front and 9-7 back and 7-9 back. That way I box them all in. Whatever way that 7-9 come other than a split pair, I'll win. But I don't have to worry about split pair because they don't have it over here in Illinois. Some states they do have. I wish they did have split pair because I would play that for sure. With that combination I just explained to y'all, that's a winner to me in my book. And I have one definitely playing it like this, the front pair and back pair with the 7-9 and the 9-7 front and the 9-7 back and the 7-9 back. That's how I play to win. That's my daily play. Let's see here. What else we got here? And here, I'm gonna go with this here. I'm gonna beat this horse to death, I guess. A lot of people probably won't like it, but this hindsight on these numbers. All right. This is a grid, not a tic tac toe. That method, you're gonna get 90% of those numbers if you use a method like this to find out what number is coming the next day. That's what and that has to stand to be true. You only got 0 to 9 numbers. So let's say that the winning number that came in for the day was 901, and you're going to add 1 to each one of these to this number and do a counterclockwise to come up with the numbers you want to hit the next day. Ain't no next day strategy. You call me, ask me about next day or whatever, I'm gonna tell you there ain't no next day strategy. I don't do a next day strategy. We play until till they come. We make that money, y'all. That's more monetary to make that money. Okay. Now, 1 to 1 is 2. 1 to 2 is 3. 1 to 3 is 4. 1 to 4 is 9. I'm talking about 1 to 4 is 5. 1 to 5 is 6. And 1 to 6 is 7. So when you accumulate these numbers here, combination of numbers here, you want to make these combinations over here to figure out, to see what to play for the next day that you don't know nothing about. You don't know why you're playing them. You ain't in an organized manner. And the only way you're going to know why you're playing them is you've been tracking all 1,000 numbers. You ain't going to know nothing about them. Every day you use the PICK-3 at a glance strategy, you know something. You're learning something. Tracking all 1,000 numbers in your state. Okay. So let's say out of this here, you're going to look at these numbers. You're going to do the 456, the 502, the 671. Then here, you're going to go horizontal. That's how they do it. Then you're going to put number 956, 407, 321. Okay? And then you're going to do this here to get some more numbers. You're going to do 712 that you're more likely not going to know anything about if you ain't been tracking. You're going to do 234. You're going to do 495. You're going to do 567. And then they even do other. They do 54. They do the 504, or they'll do the 204. They'll make as many numbers they can that you just, to me, it's not organized. That's one thing throws me off with. No organization to it. So now out of these numbers, you look to see what to play. But then after the number come in, that next day is, let's say it's 9. Let's say it's 948, and it's not any of these numbers. First thing you're gonna say, well, I should have mirrored that 3 and made it an 8. You'll see a lot of this. I should have made that 3 and made it an 8. You're going to get 90% of the numbers that way if you can change any of those 0 to 9 numbers. You're gonna make it work. It ain't the numbers working. You making them work. Same way here. If the 946 come instead of this 943, they're going to say, ooh, I should have flipped that 3 and made it a 6. I should have added +3 to that and make this 6. It was right there in front of my face. No, it wasn't right there in front of your face. You didn't know why you was playing the number in the first place. You had no idea why you was playing the number. It'd be right there in front of your face if you knew why you was playing it. That's why I don't go with this. Because it's out the hindsight. Really don't. I don't mess with it. All I use is tracking all 1,000 numbers. And I think a lot of lottery posts, it might do some of this for you, but I mean, once you do it on paper and start strategizing and looking at it on paper, to me, and have it to your avail, I think it works better for me. I use lottery posts to go back to get, and they give you free 1-year data for your state. You go back for a year, for a month, but pretty much to get your information. But if you start now coming from January up to now and getting your data, you should start seeing numbers and being able to follow me and start increasing your chances of winning. Like I say, I got people winning now all over, uh, and they just came in, but they went back and collected the data to see what was going on with the actual 1,000 numbers and putting those numbers in there and using the law average to their advantage. And Illinois, here, here's the numbers from me tracking in Illinois, and here's the numbers that came in. These are singles. I went back and found out what singles hadn't played in Illinois for evening, Illinois evening draw. Okay, and when I say build a bucket list of numbers, these here, out of these numbers, I build a bucket list, and these are mostly my main numbers to play for the whole year. Unless I see something that sticks out. I mean, if I see, like I seen what the sevens hadn't failed on no number for 2 months, I'd be crazy not to play triple sevens. Or I see a 38 ain't failed for 4 months, I'd be crazy not to do something with that. Time is on your side. It's like waiting on apples on the tree to get ripe for you to pickle. That's what you're doing with these numbers. Like I said before, it's like God in casinos when they came out about, and gambling casinos, and they had 21 or blackjack, and they only had one deck of cards to win. And by them having that one deck and 21, it was in the house favor to win. But this one guy smart enough, using the law average, he said, now if I can remember what cards are left after they play all the cards out of that one deck and load up on them cards at that time, I can beat them. So with the law average, he figured out a strategy to figure out what number of cards was left. And what he did, after they played them out, he bet heavy and he went around breaking the boats. And they banned him off the boat. They call it card counting. And a lot of casinos are ban you off the boat if they know you know how to count cards. They'll ban you off their boats. They won't let you on. So what the boats start doing to try to curtail that, they put 5 decks of cards in the blackjack table. And you still got card counters that can count all 5 decks and win. So now they got people that specialize in card counts as they security people, and they watch these people on cameras. If they figure you counting cards on their blackjack table, they escort you out the building. And that's all this is, y'all. I brought it all down where you can track all 1,000 numbers, see what numbers are left, working with the law average to know when to bet. That's all this is. Nothing complicated. Oh, is that right, Scott? Now 7 days. Wow. Okay. Well, that's what they do, man. It ain't set up for you to win. It's set up for you to lose, buddy. And a lot of people in a lot of these states now are winning, Scott, with my system. They calling me, letting me know, and thanking me, and graciously. So I'm telling y'all, when they get this wild ball stuff, that's what they doing with them decks. Is my belief. That's what they doing with that wild ball that they add now, because people have figured out the track and use the law average to their advantage. Yep, that's what they doing. They ain't broadcasting that they know about it, but that's what you think that fireball and wild ball all about, man? What y'all think that's about? Nah, I know it. I can see a difference in the numbers already. I'm still waiting in Illinois. They just put that fireball stuff in Missouri. I was winning, still winning. I'm still winning, but the numbers are slower. They're slower because they added that fourth ball. Now, the only way I would look at is states that don't have the electronic draws, but have the actual balls that they're using. Because I'm looking at going more toward them myself. Like, what is it, DC? They show the actual balls and dealing with them, because I know they can't use that electronic stuff and use AI in it. Because if they can tell you when a number then played out and don't let you bet on that number no more, they got to be able to track all 1,000 numbers like I'm doing here, especially in PICK-3. If I could track it on paper, they got a computer that can track it down. And that's what that wild ball is all about. It's lessening our odds. Yep, that's it. Yep, that's what is going on. But the law average has to work. The law average has to work. Yeah, it has to work. Okay. But here, The 125 came exact. The 619 just fell in April. This 084 just fell the first of this month. And the reason why I'm playing these numbers from here, I call these my bucket list, which I'll reinvest in these numbers here for myself. But like I say, y'all track and see what's going on with the numbers. If you're in Illinois, set up the stretch. 7, 8, they two like numbers, and they hadn't played, and that's what I do. I put all the like numbers together that I'm looking at playing, and then I've used those to play. And like this 2, 7 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those, and that's why I had this 2, 2, 7 and 2, 7, 7 to play. Okay, and that's why I say I'm playing column 5 tonight. Other doubles with the 0, 0, 5, the 1, 1, 6, and on down. And 7, 8, 4, and that's the two like numbers, the 8, 4. I had those set up to play, and this here is set up because it got the 6, 1 as like numbers. Now, and here, the doubles, and I don't have any triples as you all see. I don't have any triples I deal with. And here's all the doubles that didn't fall in Illinois last year. And everything in red we've hit. The 5, 5, 1 just came out this month. The 8, 2, 2 came out last month. The 4, 4, 8 came exact last month. The 2, 2, 3 came exact. This month, I believe, yeah. So now here, these were the numbers that I built as my bucket list that I played when I hit. The 4, 5, 5, the 5, 5, 7, the 2, 5, 5, the 1, 5, 5, the 0, 5, 5. And see, this 0, 5, 5 is still out there, and it's coming off column 5. That's why I'm playing that whole column. And then the reason why I played this here, like the 7, 7, 8, the 2, 8, 8, the 2, 2, 3, and the 2, 3, 3, they mirrored each other. Doing my tracking, whenever you get a combination like this, that following year, 1 or 3, all those numbers will come back out. And that's why I had this to play. Then the 0, or if you got a pair that doesn't play that made each other, the 0, 0, 1 or 0, 1, 1, or the 0, 0, 4 and the 0, 4, 4. And that's my bucket list. So when I hit any of these, I'm going right back into these numbers. And that's why I call my bucket list of numbers. All right, family. So if you got any questions, okay, so got any questions, go ahead. This is a Q&A, so if you got if I didn't cover anything or you got any questions, go ahead. Okay. The red underline is for the numbers. This red line underline here is for the numbers that came out here for the on this one here for the month. Now that's what these are numbers that hit off for this year. The red, underlined in red on this sheet here. And I didn't show you the front pairs and back pairs. Let me show you the front pairs. I think I missed the front pairs. And here's the front pairs and back pairs that have not played yet in Illinois. Evening draw is the ones that underlined in red didn't hit already, but the 055, the 6, the 65 are the two who haven't played. It wasn't but four of those, and the 07, the 30, the 81, and the 97. So it's four on the back that haven't hit yet. Okay, okay, sure. Cheesy, yeah, email me at momoneyterry@gmail.com. I think you can see that, yeah. Bring it down a little bit. Hey, how you doing? Hello, hello, everybody. This is the Q&A. I'll upload the video. If you have any questions. Yeah, so I got over 1,300 videos on the channel. I'm telling y'all, a year and a half. Yeah, been busy man. And most of them cover a lot of stuff for you. So, but I mean, I can go more in detail of my strategies of winning. $1,300 videos, and it's paying off. I'm going on 3,200 subscribers, which is a good thing. All right. Well, basically, if they're on the column, you want to see. I play them if they're opposite each other like that, like that 593. That 593 is on the column 043. Let me get my sheet here. If you've been tracking in your state, that 026, the column's on is that 593 is on column 10, okay? And I look at that column and see if neither one of those numbers have hit, and I'd be playing those numbers if I want to invest in those numbers. On column, let me see, can you see it? It depends. it depends on what numbers I got set up to play and what my budget allows. Um, uh, it depends on the numbers. I usually give numbers 60 day out. I give them a 60 day out. Then I start looking at them and playing that 90th day on the columns, and you'll see because you're gonna be doing each one of these every month, and you're gonna be knowing and knowing what numbers failed the previous month and didn't. So I if I got a column ain't failed in 60 days, that's the column I start looking at to pull my numbers up. I give them a 60 day out because that's about how long it takes for these numbers to hit. Because you're only getting a third of them. So I get number 60 to 90 days. You give them a 30 day out. I play most of my numbers being out for 60 to 90 days before I pick them up. You understand what I'm saying? C design, G design. Yeah, I get mine 60 days. You'll see. If you're tracking, you'll see. A column could take 60 days on average, 90 days. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Do they have that fireball with Oklahoma? A wild ball thing? Okay, thank you. Chief design. Chief designs. Oh yeah, yeah, it do. Like I said, they just started this wild ball, and I just got into it in Illinois. But I can't see them 6 months out on a number is pretty long if they don't have this wild ball and fireball thing. Yes, that's pretty long. But I mean, time is on your side. You say thank heaven, no, and it's still taking them 6 months, huh? Uh, 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 wow, wow. Okay, well, like I say, play them till they come, make that money. Yeah. But what I look for basically, like I say, I look for the front pair, back pair, single digits, and like I said, column. Just wait them out. Once you build your bucket list, stay on it pretty much. Say no one has gone on for 6 pair hasn't. Oh, hasn't since December. Yeah, six pair double. Okay. Yeah, I have numbers I've chased since 2000 at least. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Have you been using PICK-3 at glance, or you just started? Uh, Hushnan. I think is that right? Hushna. But you know, like I say, it's three numbers in Missouri that ain't failed in 15 years. 19 160 574 and 192. No, yeah, it's 192. Yeah. So and that takes that long for PICK-3 numbers. Okay. Hush now. Okay. All right. Hush now. Thank you. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for being with us. Hush now. Thank you, BLC. How you doing, buddy? That's my right hand guy. He's heavy. He's deep into it, and he use lottery posts to do a lot, and he has a lot of helpful information. But like I said, OPPB. Be organized, be patient, be persistent, and play responsibly. So screenshot what if it's your state. Screenshot what he got for you. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. Um, okay, sounds good. Hush now. Yeah. Okay. Screenshot this at, if it's Oklahoma, so you can see it and see how long it takes for that stuff to drop. You'll know. You'll know without guessing. Any other questions? This is a Q&A. I'll upload the whole video after this Q&A session. So if you missed the video, hopefully you'll be able to uh, check it out. Since October 9-6 front, yeah, 9-2. I don't think that 3-7 front ain't filled in Missouri. Like I said, them fireballs, them wild balls, to me is something going on a little bit. In my I'm suspicious, very suspicious of it. I'm very suspicious. October 2000. Okay, yeah. October. Okay. My longest of going without a pair in Missouri has been the most 3 years from my tracking. Uh, I don't play them 3 years quite naturally, but I usually pick them up toward the end of the year. Wow. Tons of gold pairs. Tons of them, huh? Wow. In Missouri, most of my pairs came out within 2 to 3 years, front or back. In Missouri, it did. Pretty much all of them. I don't remember a front pair or back pair when I played. I didn't catch. I really don't. Nope, I don't. I don't remember not one I didn't catch. That 116 double is the furthest out. Okay. There's way more doubles from 2022. Yeah. All right. Anybody else on here? This is the Q&A. I'll upload the video later, but this is Q&A. If you have any, if you're new on here, have any questions about the PICK-3 at a glance? Yeah, yeah. Hush now. For PICK-4 Illinois, I specialize in PICK-3. PICK-4s, like I say, there's no way for me to track them or teach them. Um, and it's one in a 10,000 odds, and that's luck in my book. Luck runs out, and I'd rather just put my coins on PICK-3. Okay, thanks, BLC, for Oklahoma. Triple H in Oklahoma. Okay. But the eighth played 2014 last time eight Triple H played. Wow. Since last year. Okay. Is it way more numbers from last year? Well, I mean, if I was playing that, I'd just make that my daily carry number, that 359 hush now and that 908. That just be my daily carry. Yeah. Uh, and you say they don't have that wild ball, huh? I don't know. Is yours? Are they digital? Hush now, or y'all? Do y'all have the ball, or is it digital draw? Oh, okay. I don't know. You know, unless it's me, YouTube makes these things do something different every time. Thanks, BLC. Yeah. Oh, computer generated. Yeah, yeah. I'm scared. I'm scared they're gonna implement this AI on this stuff, y'all. I really am. If they do that, I think the game is over. Really? Because that AI can count their numbers and what they're gonna spit out the least paying numbers. What they're gonna do. Only thing I think, if AI might mess up a little bit, if they use AI, it's gonna show repeat a lot of numbers. And if they repeat a lot of numbers, that might be the way to go, is playing the numbers that's repeated, because everybody seems to be on the same line when they playing numbers. That's in December. Yeah, okay. Well, we had the sevens over here to hit last night, but like I said, I really don't trip off triples. Not until the end of the year, and I be hoping don't none show up. Okay, yeah, that's what I be telling everybody. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I think because who's that? Microsoft finna build a $3 billion AI station somewhere. So it's something up with that AI. They ain't putting no $3 billion in it for nothing. And, that okay. False triple column hit October. Ooh, that's about 5 or 6 months out. October, November, December. Yeah, about 5 months out because they ain't hit in Missouri or in Illinois yet. False triples. It might hit today. That's why I'm gonna play them. I'm gonna play them all today. Them false triples. 2002. That 911. Yeah. Well, that nine. Like I said, that 9/11. I think we had that same spell in Missouri before it came out because everybody's probably playing 9/11. I think a lot of people play 9/11 in September all the time anyway. My 919. Yeah. 5 hits. Okay. Triple sixes and triple ones. I think the only triple I ever hit were the triple nines and triple twos, triple sevens. I hit them decent, but them triple nines was a dead giveaway because they didn't fall midday or evening in Missouri, and I was on them suckers when I think it was like 9 years. Neither one of them failed. I say they got to show them near 10 for midday or evening. Oh, okay. So you go a month out. Okay. Column two. Once this month, none. Okay. Like I say, I usually do columns that ain't hitting 2 months when I start looking at them to play. Like I say, they start getting juicy to me in 2 months. In 2 months, I'm like, okay, that's my next column. And then I start checking the mirrors on them. Yeah, yeah, they'll do that on you. Yep, column three and hit none, and then the next month it hits three times. Good. That's a good idea. Hush now. I do. I do a 7 day if I'm no I'm gonna be busy on my numbers. I will do a 7 day. I do 14 days also on certain numbers that I know coming I won't miss, and usually within that time they do come. Mm-hmm. That's good. BLC. Column four. Yeah. The only column I see is hot right now is for evenings here is the column five on the doubles. Um, because everything else seems to be hitting pretty like it should. And like I say, that's from Missouri, both sides of the water here. That column five ain't did nothing. And then column five got wow, okay. Mm-hmm. And column five got in Missouri, it's got six numbers ain't hit on it, and all last year is the 116, the 661, the 338, the 883, the 449, and the 994. If I was over there, that'd be definitely what I'd be playing off that column. If I didn't play nothing else, for sure I'd be rolling with that column. Them numbers. Column six. Okay. All right. If you're new and you got any questions, ask them now. We got some sharpshooters on here. We got Scott and BLC, and I don't know if I can see everybody else. What's this? What's this? I don't know why this screen won't open up so I can see everybody. It does different things. Say Oklahoma playing games. Yeah, well, like I said, they got that digital stuff going on, and I think they can use AI. It's not raining like crazy here and the sun is up, just as shiny. This is a Q&A section of the video. Any questions? Don't be ashamed. If you don't know, you don't know. And then Pick-3 at a glance is new, but it's been working for me real good. I don't have no complaints, and a lot of people follow me now. Don't have no complaints. Column 8 ain't hit this month. All right, family. I think I'm gonna get ready to call it quits if everything is answered here. Mm. Every comment hit on sync. Yeah, but you still got the mirrors. I'm always looking for the mirrors. Everything to hit. It's almost the middle of the year, so like I say, I'm looking to see what mirrors haven't failed on the columns. Definitely will. Hafna. Take it slow. You get mo. Take it slow. You get mo. All right, family. So play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. If you're packing, you'll soon be. If you're tracking, you'll soon be packing the lucky town. And OPPB. Be organized. Have patience, persistence, and stick to a budget and play responsibly.